So, this weekly motivation is in honor of September being Pain Awareness Month, and just taking a minute to remember that just because pain is common, affecting roughly 20 to 30% of the adult population around the world, doesn't mean that it's normal. And while pain is definitely a part of life, physical and emotional pain is a part of life, and a sign that we're doing things that challenge us on many levels. It doesn't mean that it becoming a part of our daily routine um, is permanent. And that is a message that was very difficult for me to internalize in my pain journey. It had been so long. Um, I mean, still, like even today, I've been having some discomfort in my low back. And I'm taken back to that place of fear, that place of, will this be with me forever? Am I going to wake up tomorrow and feel the same? Will I feel worse? It's very, very easy and normal to go through a difficult kind of reckoning with yourself around, what does this mean for me in my future? And I just think we need to name and honor that. I think that we need to also remember to take time to vocalize how we're feeling to our friends and family. Um, and I'm not going to lie, it's very difficult to find the correct pathway for relief and treatment in our medical systems, broadly speaking. I don't think there's a single country that gets it right. Um, Most of the medical models kind of separate your mental health care from your physical health care in general. And what we know about pain is that because it originates in the brain and is part of your nervous system, um, you know, there can be experiences in your environment and outside of your tissues that have a direct influence on whether or not pain shows up that day, and if so, how much. So it's very difficult to be in a place in the clinical environment where you can see all those pieces. And the other thing that's kind of unusual about pain is that it's one of the few places where, or conditions where pharmacological advances have actually not shown themselves to be more effective than non pharmacological ones. Now, obviously, there are very specific underlying conditions that lead to pain that have treatments that are very effective. But we just talk about like non-specific pain, chronic pain in general, non-specific low back pain. Um, there isn't exercise generally shows itself to be more effective, as well as other modalities. Basically, um, folks generally find that they go through experiences of trial and error, and then they land on something that works for them. For me, it was Pilates, but it was also having a team of people who believed in my ability more than I did. Believed that my body possessed capacity to heal and to be strong more than I did. And shining that back on me as a mirror was huge to my recovery and to my ability to I wouldn't even say recovery because, like I said, I have pain, pain still comes. Pain's still my roommate. um, it's a roommate that doesn't clean up after herself, the worst kind. But made it possible for me to progress in my physical capability beyond the fear of being in pain, and that in and of itself made pain show up less or in kind of more modulated ways. So I just really encourage you to take this time for the rest of September if you're experiencing this to, go deep on your journey with pain. There's some great resources in the newsletter this week that you can take a look at with articles and fact sheets and research and things to help you kind of get informed about what you're experiencing. Obviously, I recommend the exercises in my book, You're Meant to Move, which take you through, different triggers and evaluating your experience and your internal narrative around pain and all the different things that I found helpful in my experience and that I use with clients. And, you deserve that exploration. Um, Mel Robbins often says that the greatest project you'll ever work on is you. I don't know actually where that came from. I'm sure that quote is from somewhere, but taking the time to understand and be with your pain is hard because we want to often distract and pretend where it's not there as a means of dealing with it, but actually sitting with it will teach you a lot about it. And you deserve to take that time to explore how and why pain is showing up for you. The answer is unique to each person, has been my experience in general. Um, so I encourage you to use this month to take that time. And if I can be of any help, um, I offer all the time for folks to reach out and chat with me. I really mean it. I just want you to understand I really mean it. Email me, DM me. I'm happy to chat. Um, and we can have a just a free coaching call or some other kind of exchange. So yeah, there's a lot of resources out there for you if you are in pain right now. If you love someone in pain right now, encourage them to take the step of uncovering the pain experience. So yeah, look forward to seeing you next week, and I hope to hear from you.